Alright, hello YouTube, my name is Chase. Just wanted to introduce myself. It's my first YouTube video I'm ever doing. I want to do more in the future. You never know, might be able to get some money out of it, do whatever. You know, you gotta be a young entrepreneur, you gotta make your money, you gotta get your racks up, figure out different ways. But I think that if God was real, he'd be in support of this video that I'm about to make. This is a trip report. I'm explaining what happened when, I guess, someone who isn't me, took about 3.5 tabs of very good acid, and this would be the report through my eyes seeing, I guess you could say. But anyways, so I don't condone the use of illicit or illegal drugs. It's not something I do, so I'm not going to go and say, oh yeah, go and do a psychedelic drug that's going to alter your life in a way. I mean, there are people who can handle things like that, and yes, go do it, but that's up to you. Alright, like I said, I'm not saying go do it, but if you want to, you're a psychonaut, you're doing what you're doing, go do what you want to do. It's all your choice if you're an adult. But what I want to tell you is the experience, the trip report. I go to my buddy's house one day, and I had a good amount of acid on me. I took about 3.5 very good hits of LSD, and as I'm sitting there, I'm, chilling with my buddy. And earlier that day, I was a teenager. I was like young, being stupid, and I took a left on a right one-way turn. I was supposed to go right, but I took a left, and there was all these cars coming, and I swerved out of the way. This was earlier that day, because that's just what happened, and it was a mistake. And if God was real, he would have seen it. Or if the devil, whatever, I don't know, divine being that is here that can see, that is definitely something that is past the human psyche. It's divine. If they seen it, they could see it there in that experience. So anyways, I didn't tell my buddy that happened earlier that day, because I didn't feel like I wanted to, feel like I had to, or anything, because I don't know, it was a mistake I made. I shouldn't take lefts on right one-way turns when I'm trying to listen to music or doing something stupid. It's not smart. So everyone drive safe. Something else I want to tell you guys, because I've had friends die in car accidents. I'm sure you guys all had too. So yeah, I don't condone the use of illicit drugs, and I don't condone the use of driving like a fucking idiot, honestly. And that was my fault, young teenager, just got a car, just got a job, doing stupid shit. So anyways, I took those 3.5 big tabs at my buddy's house, and we're sitting there, and as we're hanging out, he turns on this show. It's called Off the Air. It's probably the most psychedelic visual show I've ever seen, and it's on YouTube. You can look it up. It's crazy. It's fun to watch, not even on drugs. It's fun to just watch, because it's just recreational. It's beautiful. You watch it, it's intricate, and it's just it's beautiful. But anyways, so I had taken those tabs and sitting there, and as I'm sitting there, we turn the lights off, and we have this TV in front of me. Here's the video. It's in front of my vision, way out there on the wall. We had turned all the lights off, and I remember coming up really fast and really hard. I don't know, it was just insane. It was just very crazy. And I remember thinking I was gonna die. I started coming up with 5 to 10 minutes. I swear, I was coming up fast within 5 to 10 minutes. And that means that's a potent high dose. That's what I think it means. And you could post in the comments what you think it means, research, chemical, whatnot, but I'm pretty sure it was pure LSD. And anyway, so I'm taking it and came up really fast. I'm watching the TV, and as I'm watching the TV, I remember seeing all these fractal patterns. And I remember watching videos about DMT and different things, and I know that someone who isn't me has smoked DMT before too, and I know what it kind of looks like with fractals, shit changing. Well, I started watching everything go like click, 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 like click, click, like the walls were like clicking, like organizing itself and like trying to rearrange itself, but like it looked like it was falling apart. So like I was thinking, yo, I'm gonna die. I was like, my reality around me is literally clicking and falling apart. I kind of forgot I'd even taken a drug at that point. It was just crazy. But then right after that, I realized, I was talking to my friend. I said, yo, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And my friend looks over at me and he's telling me, no, you're not gonna die. But I couldn't move. I was sitting there paralyzed. Like I tried to like lift my arm. I tried to like get up, like do something. Like I couldn't do anything. And I was just like taking it all in, you know, because I thought I was gonna die. And out of nowhere, I remember as I'm like coming up really hard, and like my mind's literally being like a mechanical robot, like with all these gears and crazy things happening, and like everything that's happening on the inside's happening on the outside, and it's just like, fuck, man. And I see, you know, I'm talking to God, like God, something that literally claimed to be God. It came to me, it was divine. And this is how it introduced itself to me, because like at first I couldn't move. I was sitting there and I was like trying to move, and I told the thing I was gonna die. It told me I wasn't, and it was like coming through my friend. And after all that, sorry guys, it's taking me a little bit. I'm like trying to like gather up like in a chronological order of like events. I remember I couldn't move, and like I remember then like my head had turned like all the way to the left, and then like went all the way over this way, and went back to the middle, and then my jaw went this way, and my jaw went that way, and I remember I was just like, I'm gonna die. Like I'm not controlling what's going on. Like this is a period of time where I'm just not feeling like I'm in control. And next thing you know, my head, or no, it was my arm. First it was my arm. My arm went, and then my arm went. And like hit my like leg, and then like after that, like I didn't feel like I just did that, you know. And like I look over at my buddy, his name, you know, I told you I'm Chase. My buddy's name was Hunter Chase, they mean the same thing. And you know, he's probably gonna watch this video and just laugh. You never know. But anyways, so I look over at him. I didn't look at him. Like my head's turned this way, and my head went. It was like directly looking like right into his eyes. And I went to like, and if say God was there in your experience, you never met God, you didn't have a close relationship with God or anything, and you went through this experience, you would, I guess, definitely think that if you saw God, you would be able to tell. And so if you've never seen something divine before, like a divine angel or a divine, like, you never know, like Lucifer or like Satan, this could have been Satan, like in disguise, divine, you know, because it was divine, it was something past human, something I'm not used to. I recognized it as being God, and I said, "Your," and I went to go say God, and the thing looked right back at me and said, I didn't even get to say God, and it was just like, yup, the one and only Holy Moly, Heavenly Father, this and that, blah, blah, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, yeah, you just died off like 3 hits of LSD, and yeah, I'm gonna show you your life and like things you've done wrong and like basically everything. So like he takes me like on this tour of my life, and he's like, and you know, when you're sitting next to like what would feel like God, you feel like, man, this is beautiful, this is amazing. I'm like chilling with the thing that created me, like the all existence, everything I've ever been encompassed in, and I'm sitting here with it like right now, and like that's how I felt. Like I felt like it was an honor, you know. And like I'm like sitting there, he's like sitting there writing my life like on a piece of paper, and it's like showing it across the wall. Like I'm like sitting there just like taking it all in, and I'm just like, whoa, you know, not like whoa, but like I'm like in awe this entire time. And I definitely feel tinier, like very small, almost mute to like compared to like what I was like with. And I remember it told me I shouldn't take a left on right one-ways, and I never told my friend that, like I told you. And I also remember it saying it at one point I thought I was going to be God, and like I thought that I was God or something. And like it was very like it let me know that that was wrong, and like that I was wrong for thinking that. And like a bunch of things like happened. I guess I was scared because first I was in like heaven, you know, with like the divine being, and then after a while my friend, you know, like walks out the room, and like I didn't think it was like in God's character to like walk out the room or whatever, and like they come back and it was like a completely different person. And it was like it just switched, and it wasn't my mindset that made it switch. It was like an outside external force that like switched. And that's what made me also realize it was divine, because I wasn't in control of like it. And it came back, and it had a completely different attitude, like violent, malevolent, like murderish, like criminal, like ready to like kill me type stuff. And you know, and it's like trying to talk to me, and like I don't know, man, it was very weird. But like every time it was trying to talk to me, it was torturing me. Like it would use its mind, its own like ideas and like wavelengths to like fucking torture me while I'm on a trip. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going through it. Like, and so yeah, I mean, I was tortured for what felt like eternity, sitting there in hell. Like they were like saying they were gonna kill me, cut my head off, smash my head on a table, skull fuck, rape me, like weird ass shit, dude. That's just like fucked up, and you just wouldn't want it to happen to anybody if you're like a fucking average human being. And I don't know. And like first it had like that personality, you know, of like, oh, I'm God, and like, oh, I'm like. And then it like switches on you, and like you hit ego death, and you don't know who you are anymore, and this thing comes back, and you're like in hell, and like it's just like, fuck, man. What do you do at this point? Nothing. You go through like what the fuck's happening, and you have to like take it, not freak out. Like I didn't freak out, but these things wanted to kill me, and they were like, I literally felt the vibes of like what I would experience hell as. Like I guess my skin was getting hot, burning, kind of. I mean, there wasn't like fire right in front of me, but I could feel my skin getting hot. I could feel the vibes of the whole atmosphere, just like hellish, like demonic, evil things. And it wasn't me that was evil. It was like I was there in the evil environment, and it was just like fuck. But yeah, and it claimed to be an archangel of hell in the end. It told me it was like, I'm an archangel of hell. It had different color eyes. Like my buddy's eyes, they're like blue normally, but like they were dark red and black when this happened. Like, and I could just see, the camera is like, I could just see inside of its eyes like a red, I guess like film on the outside that just like switches and like got there. Like somehow, some way it was there, and it like was evil. And when that God character personality was there, it was like he had blue eyes. It wasn't like red. It was fucking weird, man. But what, I don't know. But all I want to say is, it wasn't a super like 100 hit dose or anything. It was just like 3.5 very good hits. And anyways, yeah, I had an experience, and I want to share it with you guys, and that's what happened. Like, I swear on my life, like, I wish I could get more into it, more detail, and, like, understand more, but, like, I've also tried to find these stories, like, online, on YouTube, or, like, different things with, like, acid, LSD, and then, like, meeting, like, God, or, like, a superior being that, like, you thought was God, and then, like, maybe you change your mind afterwards. I can't find these very much. Like, it's very hard, and it'd be very hard for you too. I guess more people find shit like DMT they smoke, and they like feel like they're with this all-encompassed being that like created them, and like I've seen different stories, different things, but like nothing compares to like what happened to me. And there was like one other thing I read on Reddit one time where like this person had a trip, and like it was just like so crazy, and they met these like demonic beings that were like basically treating me how I was being treated for like hours and hours and hours and hours in the trip, the same one I just like explained to you. And I don't know, it's crazy, man. Crazy stuff, and I just had to explain it to you guys. But yeah, I should be back with more videos. You never know. If you guys want to hear more videos, you guys want to hear more things, I don't know, I might be doing like entrepreneurship videos, or like spiritual videos, or anything. I'm Christian. I believe in God. I believe Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. You can believe whatever you want. I will never bash you or push it on you. But just want you guys to know where I come from with things. Yeah, everyone have a blessed day. It was nice doing this video. I've never really done this before, and I'm kind of excited to maybe do more, expand on it, maybe talk about my life more, and yeah, I think it would be positive, productive for all of us as human beings. So, yep, have a great day, and yeah, be safe. Don't do drugs, kids.